Keough here from College Aid Pro. Today we're going to talk about the how to pay feature in your MyCAP account. So we've taken you through the whole process. If you look over here on the left, from the planning pieces, you got into colleges, you got financial aid award letters, you uploaded them, we helped you translate them. And then you went through the evaluate and appeal. Should you appeal, you might have appealed. That's all been added into MyCAP. So the last step here is how you're going to pay the bill. So let's look at this. Here we are, and here's several schools that I have with my sample family. We're going to start with Boston University. So you see, we don't have anything in here yet, so it's showing 0% funded. So let's click the edit button, and we're going to go inside BU. So the first thing we want to do is we can expand all of these categories. So the net cost, we're going to expand it. And since there's an award letter in here, and that's what you're expected to pay, not the projected amount from the beginning of the process on your dashboard, we're going to hit import award letter data. And you saw that that changed slightly. So what you're going to see here is this is coming right off the award letter that the school sent, and you appealed to whatever that final award letter is. That's what's coming in here. The little cap logo is basically telling you that those are our defaults. And then whenever you see this, you can click on that and that'll go back to what's in CAP. So what this means is that Boston University had a travel and miscellaneous as part of their cost of attendance of $2,000. This is where you can go in and you're customizing this to your family. So if you live in Massachusetts and you're going to drive to BU, you might say, well, we're not going to spend $2,000 in travel. And so that's where you can say, we're going to change that to $700. And so that's going to change everything. You always want to remember that as you're doing things, you want to always hit save. So as we go through this, we're going to hit save. Otherwise, your changes won't be captured. This is also where if you have any private scholarships that you've received, you can populate them here and that'll adjust your net cost. So what we're going to do now is we're going to hit save so that it's going to save it for us. And then it takes us back to BU. So now instead of 0% funded, it's 40% funded with the rest showing up as the first year amount in loans. Now let's go back into your how to pay. The next place here is your budget amount. So your college budget is what we're talking about here. So when you first went into MyCAP, we asked you some questions about, so let's save, and I want to show you this. When you onboarded, you were asked how much you could pay for 1 year. So if we go up here in the corner and we click on profile and you go into my college budget, this can be edited, and you're going to want to have done this earlier in the process. So you can go in and put in your 529, and if you're making contributions and cash flow and grandma and grandpa, anything that's part of your budget. So that's what's going to pull when we're down here in the how to pay for BU. When we go into edit and we go into my budget, that's what's showing up here. So you see right now there's 0. So if you want to have your profile data pull in, you just click that. And what it's going to do is it's going to take your total 529 balance divided by 4. That's your cash flow. And then that's grandma and grandpa's contribution divided by 4. You can make changes to any of these. So you can decide, hey, we actually want to use more in the first year, and you can change that to 40,000. Just make sure you save it and it'll reflect. If you decide, oh, we do want our child to have skin in the game, we want them to contribute what's equal to $40 a month for all 4 years. You can put that in here. Make sure, again, you hit save. And then now you're going to see, now you're 90% funded. We started at, now it was 40, now it's 90% funded. So let's go back and look at the last section of your how to pay. You got this funding gap of 7603, and then how can you meet that funding gap? We've got direct, subsidized and unsubsidized loans, okay, that were offered. And then there's other loans and there's home equity. There's different ways to meet this. And then you can continue to lower your funding gap. It's down to 2103, but you have 5,500 of loans. So just keep that in mind. We can hit save, even though we didn't really do anything. The last thing I want to point out here is now you've got your how to pay up to date, and it shows in year one, that's your loan amount. And we saw the 5,500. So this is funded with your contributions and the gift aid, the free stuff. This is the total for loans or your total funding gap. And then you can see what we've done here over 10 years. You're looking at a payment of about $85, 25 years, about 50. And you know what? If you're an art major graduating from BU, that's about what you're going to take home every month. Well, this is a great scenario because there aren't a lot of loans, so that's very affordable. So we want you to see that just like you saw it up on the affordability tab when you were doing projections. So I strongly encourage you to take some time here in the how to pay section. And remember, this is for 1 year and this is a 4-year cost. So keep that in mind as you're doing this planning. So again, strongly encourage you to get in here and do this last step of the process. If at any time you want to talk to one of our experts, meet with one of our college planning experts to chat through this, you just click talk to an expert. You can make your payment and see our schedules and book your hour. So jump in here and don't do this last step of the process. You're almost there. So as always, happy planning.